Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Jedi Knight Edition. Now, if you're looking for cheap games, and maybe just some cartel coins, or maybe even a game time card for Star Wars The Old Republic, you can check out the G2A link in the description. Now, when we left off, we had to access the prisoner database, and of course we do have a couple of bonus missions to complete as well. We are currently on stage 1. We have not encountered anything else since last time, so nothing really to worry about there, but we do now have a console to slice.
Prost, come in. We've taken out multiple regulator camps. Still no sign of Lambda.
Scouts report you've got those mercenaries chasing their own tails. Lambda has to be nearby. I'll take some men out and cover more ground.
Think you're clever? Killing my people? Slicing our comm channel? Every time you hit us, the Hutts crack down even harder on the nice people of Makeb. They're dying because of you.
You can end this anytime. You know my terms for your surrender.
I'm not the one who's about to die. Make your peace while you can.
Well, I would, but I have a feeling that I am going to be the one destroying you. Oh yes. So, let us get over here for some gearhead action here and take them out as quickly as possible, of course. Now, oh wow, these guys are actually relatively easy, I have to say, and I'm still very surprised that they are that easy. I'm not entirely sure why I found it so difficult on Zan Val before, but I guess it is mainly due to the level difference that I had back then, but nowadays not so much. We are actually a lot higher level, and the game has changed significantly over the, I think, was it is it years? Really? Is it years since I last played Zan Val? Actually here at Makeb? Maybe it is. I think it's actually, what was it, a year and a half ago or maybe something like that? I actually don't know. It's been a while. Actually a long while. So maybe even longer than that. So yeah, that's probably the reason why it was a lot more difficult. Companion changes, gear changes, obviously the mastery stat was introduced, because before we had aim and, what was it, aim, cunning, strength, and I think that was it actually, yes. And willpower, that's it, and willpower, yeah, I almost forgot, but not quite. So let's see what we can do to these turrets right here. Hopefully take them out, because these guys are going to be quite irritating with their pushback. Do they have a pushback? I'm actually unsure about that. I know most turrets have a pushback ability, which I find incredibly irritating to fight against, but yes, now we also have a rather annoying problem here, and that is the fact that, as you can see at the top there, Makeb controlled by, and then a guild name, and that's not going away. Yep. That's exactly one of the bugs that you will encounter in Star Wars The Old Republic, but that's just how it goes. I'm actually unsure whether the guild in question actually buys an upgrade to make it so that it lasts a little bit longer, so that people see the message. I'm actually unsure about that, to be honest, but yeah, I gotta say, not particularly happy about that, because it does persist through cutscenes. So you can imagine we're going to do a cutscene and then we're going to just see that in the middle of our screen, and we're not going to be very happy about it. So I'm actually just going to, let's see if that works. Does that not work? No? Removing the UI does not work? Okay, well, what about opening the interface editor? Maybe that's going to make a difference. Does that make a difference? It doesn't seem to. No? No? Okay, apparently I am going to have to relog before we enter this cutscene, because really, do we want to see that in the middle of our screen? Not really. Okay, so we're back in game, and thankfully that message has disappeared. Oh yes, finally. Okay, now, the medical records.
Prost, do you read? Another camp down and still no Lambda. Any luck on your end?
Hang on. Getting a distress call. It's her! Patching through.
Blast, is this stupid thing working? Hello? Hello?
We read you, Lambda. Your uncle sent a rescue team. The Republic's here, look!
Shalem didn't send more?
The mercenaries thought the same thing, and they got a nasty surprise.
If you say so. My guards abandoned their posts and left me alone. You must be the murdering scum they went after. I broke free and ran to the nearest quake shelter. I'm the only person here. Sending you coordinates.
It's always nice when prisoners help with their own rescues.
Didn't have anything to lose by trying. Wait, what was that noise? Is that on your end?
Lost her. They're blocking her signal. My team's close to that quake shelter. Meet you there.
Oh, okay. Well, can I just ask why did she not try to escape, considering she has no guards? That's a little bit weird. Okay, well, maybe she's studying something rather intensely, and maybe she needs to study it to be able to find what the Hutts are up to? Maybe that is the case. Yeah, well, okay. I guess that could be a good explanation, but still a little bit worried about why she did not try to escape and why we are actually wasting time rescuing her instead of focusing on the Hutts' efforts of destroying the planet or doing whatever it is that they are doing. Yeah, it's most likely for profit of some sort. So, we are now in the Quake shelter. Slice the shelter door controls. Unfortunately, the bonus mission will not be completed this time around, at least right now. Maybe we will have an opportunity to destroy some generators later on, but around here, it's unlikely.
You got a lot of my friends killed today. Greven said I could return the favor.
You're all dead.
You scum!
The shelter's collapsing! We have to get out!
If the Hutts don't kill you, the Groundquakes will. Surrender and we'll lead you to safety.
Kill them!
I'm actually unsure why I went for the peaceful option there. Yes, that was a little bit of a... maybe a little bit of an error on my part there, I have to say. Now, there is a little bit of history with Captain Kazak. I have to say that this guy was the bane of Zan Val's existence. Completely. An actual bane. Like, really bad. And I gotta say that if you haven't seen the Trooper series, you really have to watch this one episode at least, because it is hilarious. Because what I had to do with Captain Kazak, I was cutting away and I had to try and fight this guy over and over again off screen just to see whether I could actually get him to die. And every single time our companion would be attempting to help us. Obviously we were using Alara and she is a healing companion, so technically she's okay to do that, but we were having to run around here. Literally, I was having to run around in circles around this little installation thing, and I just gotta say that was very amusing, but also painful at the same time.
The shelter's coming down! Can we leave already?
I didn't come all this way to die. Let's go.
There's never been a groundquake like that in McKeb's history. Geologic instability has increased 1,000-fold since the Hutt takeover. Seismic readings and core stability fluctuations both indicate impending catastrophe. These groundquakes are the direct result of Hutt deep core mining that's going to destroy McKeb.
When you say destroy McKeb, I assume that means more than your tourist trade.
The fireworks will be a great crowd pleaser, but only if the crowds are in orbit. Every scrap of data I collected here proves the Hutt cartel's deep drilling has destabilized McKeb. These groundquakes are only the start. Entire mesas will collapse. After that, gravitational decay will strip away the atmosphere, kill everything. McKeb will become totally uninhabitable.
If we shut down the cartel's mining operations, would that save McKeb?
It'll only slow the inevitable. We need a better solution. I think there's a way to save McKeb, but I need you to work with me. I'll warn you now. I'm snappish. Everyone says so. It's not personal.
I'd say you're handling yourself just fine under the circumstances.
My family is full of politicians. They say this is my way of rebelling. Did I mention I'm the one who convinced Uncle Shalem to contact the Republic? You're welcome.
You made it! We followed Prosk's signal and... Where's Prosk?
I'm sorry. He didn't. He's gone.
gave his life saving Lenda. The best way to honor that sacrifice is by continuing the fight.
I know. I will. We'll get her back to Shalem. There's a clear path back to the landing zone, thanks to you.
Meet me at Uncle Shalem's office. We need to figure out a plan. Fast.
Well, yes, of course, we will do just that, and I'm actually really sad that Prosk died, to be honest, because he seemed like a really stand-up guy, but that's just how things go in the Star Wars universe. People die all the time, of course. There are thousands dying right now, in actual fact, yes. But we will now head back to Shalem Avesta. Where is he, though? Where is he? He is... Avesta's plantation? Is he really over there? I actually don't think so somehow, but we're gonna just quick travel and see. If it isn't, then obviously I'll have to try and locate it in some way, but maybe we'll be lucky. Maybe we'll be lucky and we'll be able to just head on in. Ah, yes. Oh, fantastic. Yes, exactly. Well, what else would be called Avesta's plantation? It must just be the place where he is. So let's head in and see what he has to say. Hopefully he'll be rather happy with us.
This is nothing, Uncle. I've run the numbers. 2 days, maybe less. And your office is at the bottom of a sinkhole.
At least your expensive education has finally amounted to something.
Told you I'd repay that loan. Bet you're wishing you'd listened to me sooner. Not dismissed me as a loudmouth conservationist.
Master Jedi, Lambda told me of your incredible rescue. Words cannot convey my thanks. We suspected McKeb was becoming unstable, but I had no idea things were this bad. We never should have let the Hutt cartel establish their mining operation.
I didn't realize the cartel set up shop on your world before the takeover.
We negotiated mining contracts with them a decade ago. They gave our economy a tremendous boost.
I've been yelling about that boost for years. Moving on. The regulators who held me hostage were a chatty bunch. Mostly filthy language and bragging about their blasters, but the leader said something interesting. He mentioned Project Failsafe, a Hutt emergency plan if their mining went wrong. That mercenary believed the Hutts have something to instantly stabilize McKeb.
The Hutts clearly don't care who gets hurt by these groundquakes. We need to find their failsafe now.
Glad you feel that way, because you need to steal it, assuming we can find it.
Talos City, the Hutt Embassy database.
Ilasof's right. Data on Project Failsafe would be stored in the Hutt Embassy's computers in Talos City. Unfortunately, that's under cartel control. We need Chief Hercule, Talos City's former security commander. He and a few loyal men have a hidden camp outside the city. They'll get you inside the city and embassy.
We'll head there now. Tell Chief Hercule to get ready.
The Hutts control Talos City and the surrounding area. They'll have to land a shuttle in the countryside. Expect plenty of regulators. Chief Hercule's camp is hidden at these coordinates.
Don't die. You're all we've got.
Well, she is very brazen, isn't she? Oh, yes, well, I suppose she has to be, considering Shalem is her uncle. So, let's see now. What are we going to be taking here? Well, I would like to take some defense rating, of course, and I'm thinking we're probably going to go for that, but 40-second cooldown, not entirely sure. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. That sounds pretty good to me. And let's see now. What do we want to use? Well, wait a minute. Is that one? I actually have no idea. I just clicked randomly. Oh, there we are. Fantastic. Okay, so that's exactly what we want. And now we will be able to head on to Chief Hercule, which requires a speeder. Oh, it's actually only over here, so that's not too bad, but just look at how... Wow, look at the scenery of McKeb. It's actually a really nice planet. If it wasn't for the huge amount of terrible, terrible enemies and droids and various other things, then I would actually say that this would be a very good holiday spot. But yes, not right now, of course. The Hutts are being a little too vicious with it.
Chief Hercule, Shalem Avesta sent us. He says you know a way into the Hutt Embassy.
If I'd known a Jedi war hero was coming, I'd have cleaned myself up and made some lunch. Hutt Embassy's locked up tight. Used to have a fancy-pants bureaucrat helping us inside, Representative Eklund, but he's gone quiet. Probably dead. Good news is, the cartel hasn't changed anything at their embassy. Got the same turrets, droids, passcodes I set up for them. Lazy Hutts.
When this is all over, we'll have to thank the Hutts for making our job simple.
They may be stupid, but they're still pretty good at killing folks. You want inside the Hutt Embassy, you'll have to finesse 3 layers of security. First layer is heavy turrets in the courtyard. The only good thing to come out of these groundquakes is that they expose the turret power generators. Overload those, and turrets lose their punch.
I doubt the Hutts left those generators unguarded. How hard will it be to reach them?
City's under curfew. Streets are crawling with Hutt-loyal regulators. Security Layer 2 is the embassy's main door. 3 meters of reinforced durasteel. Even a lightsaber would take hours to cut through. But the door will unlock for a diplomatic passcode. You can generate one by accessing the government building secure terminal.
Get inside the government building, slice the secure terminal for a passcode, and get out. Next.
Last but not least are the security droids. Top-of-the-line Arcanian models. Nasty disposition. Shoot intruders on sight. Good news is they can be reprogrammed. The droid control station in my old security HQ will do the trick.
We could use some allies. Those droids will do nicely. We'll take it from here, Chief.
Hit those objectives and I guarantee you'll get inside the embassy. Whether you'll find your answers is a different matter. If Representative Eklund's still alive, maybe help him escape. He's a fuss budget, but basically all right. I'll keep a comm channel open when I can.
Wow, okay, well, we need to do a lot, isn't it? And, there we go, we have another 3-pronged quest. So, oh wow, it's actually really far away as well, so I guess what I will be doing is traveling there, and in the next episode we will attempt to disable, generate, and reprogram various things, and hopefully be able to rescue Representative Eklund. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.